Good evening, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue the study of international logistics. My name is Felipe. I'd like to invite you to subscribe the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Don't forget, support this video with donations. Start the notifications, share this video with your friends, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you very much. Let us start. If you like, add a commentary, make your question. Remember that every single day a new subject and a new manager about logistics and other subjects in the channel. At one time, when Converse were annoyed by a persistent competitor, the Converse subsidized a fighting ship. The fighting ship then followed the competitor from port to port, underselling the competitor until they decided to drop out of the market. Fighting ships cannot be used by conference, saving U.S. ports, however, and at the risk of confusing readers, the conference do allow a limited amount of competitions, usually offered by a firm that offers slightly poorer service at lower rates. There are several advantages to the conference. One is political. They can deny that they are monopoly. Second, the lone outside competitor performs a research and intelligence function for the conference. The outside business defines the fringe or outer limits of demand for transportation in a given market. To the outside observer, one is never certain how independent the independent vessel line is. In some markets, conference members and independents may enter into agreements on other matters, such as limiting the amount of viable container slots. In 1970, Fesco, a Russian flag and government-owned firm, operated liner service in the Pacific. Their goal was to earn foreign exchange. They even took on fuel from the Soviet Union at sea. They were non-conference, setting rates 40 below those charged by conference. A number of prominent U.S. firms used Fesco and dropped their agreements to use the conference. Then the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, and various boycotts cut in Fesco's business to the extent it stopped calling at U.S. ports. I mentioned earlier, some conferences compete with each other, although usually not very intensely, as often the same liner firm belongs to both conferences. The traditional pattern of conference competitions results in rate equalization, that is, the combined rail water rate from Nashville to Amsterdam was the same whether one used a Gulf port and a Gulf Western Europe conference, or an Atlantic port and another conference. Conferences also compete with chartered vessels for vessel loads of traffic. Shippers' contracts with conferences allow them to share vessels at no penalty. Hence, an alternative in conference shippers of large quantities is to share a vessel. More importantly, because conference lines sail on regular schedules, they often are unable to fill their holds or containers with lucrative traffic, so they will fill up. Too often is the maritime the filling the tops of cargo holds with less lucrative traffic, such as baled hay, grain or lumber. The rates they charge for this are the same current charge rates for similar cargo. For these commodities, the conference rates are said to be open, meaning that the conference member charges whatever he can. Conference relationship with shippers. Outside the United States, the most common way for a conference to bind shippers is through use of contracts. In many markets, although not those involving U.S. ports, a system of deferred rebates is used, with the shipper always having money due on deposit with the conference. The rebates are calculated on the basis of 10 and 50% of what the shipper had paid in cargo rates over a 6-month period. The amount is calculated and the shipper told of his amount. The funds are kept by the conference for 6 months and will be paid to the shipper at that time, assuming he has not violated his contract with the conference. Of course, by the time this amount is paid, another rebate has accrued, and once again the shipper must wait for 6 months. The shipper knows the value of rebate due him, and if he decides to use non-conference vessel, the forfeit deposit is a cost of making the change. The forfeit deposit is the shipper's immediate penalty for drop the use of the conference. For conferences calling through U.S. ports, the rate with 10 and 50% lower rate for firms signing an exclusive patronage contract were used for many years. An expert from one contract read, the carriers agree that they will not provide contract rates to anyone not bound by a shipper rate agreement with the carriers, and in the absence of a complete agreement, the ordinary rate shall be 50% higher than the corrected reduced rate. Agreements involving dual rates are called loyalty contracts. The 1984 Shipping Act outlawed loyalty contracts that violate antitrust laws. Since then, however, the U.S. Department of Justice has apparently approved some. If the conference does not have a ship available, the shipper may use a non-conference vessel after notifying the conference. Figure 6.1 are some ship cards that appear daily in the Journal of Commerce and another maritime trade periodicals. They show vessel schedule. Note that some specify whether the service is conference or independent conference. There is considerable interaction between the conference and the shippers in terms of freight classifications and tariffs, which will be discussed below. There are procedures by which shippers or groups of shippers, known as shippers associations, can request that classification of tariff rates be changed. Shippers associations are a group of shippers who organize to negotiate with conference as groups. The best known example were Australian wool growers, who had enough tonnage that they could charter their own ships in case they felt that conference rates were unjustly high. Shippers associations are new to the United States, being permitted by the Shipping Act 1984, an example in East Coast liquor importers, who are more concerned about service issues, made in terms of payment, than the actual shipping rates. Shippers associations may exist for the purpose of consolidating freight and negotiating service contracts. However, shippers may not band together for the purpose of shipping rates or boycotting carriers. This would subject the shippers to antitrust penalties. Thank you very much. Tomorrow will continue. Have a nice day. See you next time.